This week's lessons focus on prepositional phrases. I'm going to do a couple of sentences with you. The first one I am doing is number 2 on lesson 21. Visitors to the garden especially enjoyed the sight of tall golden flowers. One of the reasons why prepositional phrases are important to mark is because they can mislead you into thinking that that is the subject, because they do contain a noun. So the sentence is, visitors to the garden especially enjoyed the sight of tall golden flowers. If you just listen to the sentence and ask yourself who or what is the sentence about, you would know that it is about the visitors. So we're going to mark that as our subject. Now we don't get to the verb for quite a while. What did the visitors actually do? They enjoyed. So that's our verb. Meanwhile, in between we have to the garden, because that tells you what kind of visitors they were. So it's kind of like an adjective. It's modifying the subject or the noun, visitors. They are not just any visitors, they are visitors to the garden. So I will have you mark those in parentheses to section off the prepositional phrase. The prepositional phrase is composed of the preposition, which is at the beginning. I'll just mark that here. And then the object of the preposition, which is always going to be a noun. So if you just mark it like that, you have the preposition and you have the object of the preposition, which is the first and the last. Anything in between is going to be adjectives or article adjectives. So the, a, and the, we treat them like adjectives. So I want you to not only put it in parentheses, but to mark preposition, object of the preposition. Especially is modifying the verb enjoyed. They especially enjoyed. And since it ends in ly, it's kind of a dead giveaway that it's an adverb. Remember, adverbs can also modify other adjectives. So the visitors enjoyed. That's your main sentence. Everything else is just added on to that subject verb, because visitors enjoyed could be a complete sentence. They enjoyed what? Remember, if it answers what, when you have an action verb, enjoyed is action, enjoyed, you can see their joy overflowing, they're enjoying it. So what did they enjoy? Well, you might be thinking they enjoyed the flowers, but it cannot be flowers, because as you look here, of tall golden flowers is in a prepositional phrase. So if I section that off, as you should with all prepositional phrases, and then you mark the preposition and the object of the preposition and everything in between here, these are adjectives. They're tall golden flowers. If you do that, then you know the direct object is sight, because direct objects can never be, just like subjects, they can never be in a prepositional phrase. So sight is your direct object. They enjoyed the sight. And the would be marked as an adjective. Now it is time to diagram this sentence. You'll see here that I have the basic components of this sentence, which is visitors enjoyed sight. If you remember back to earlier in the year, I said every sentence is going to be this basic setup: subject, verb, object. When you have an action verb, you're going to have an object receiving that action. In this case, the action verb is enjoyed, and what did they enjoy? Sight. Sometimes you have subject, verb, predicate adjective, predicate nominative. So it'd be subject, verb, complement. So that would be subject, verb, complement. And what dictates what kind of a sentence you have is based on what kind of a verb you have. If the verb is a linking or helping verb, you're going to be looking for a complement. But in this case, we're not looking for a complement because we have the action verb. So we have sight, the direct object. Now looking at the rest of the sentence, if you remember the original sentence is visitors to the garden especially enjoyed the sight of tall golden flowers. So we have what kind of visitors they were. They were the ones to the garden. So for prepositional phrases, you're going to make a diagram look like this. So it's the slanted line like you would for an adjective, but then you also have the object of the preposition coming out here. So in this case, we would have the object was garden, and then we would have off to the side here, we would put to the garden. Of course, you would want to turn those slanted like that. Whoops. Slant that one that way. So that's how you do prepositional phrases. So you have visitors to the garden enjoyed. What did they enjoy? They enjoyed the sight. So we need to have the sight, just like we had over here, of tall golden flowers. So flowers is the object there. So we put flowers here. Then you would have tall, golden, and especially goes under enjoyed because it's an adverb modifying the verb, especially enjoyed. We need tall, and we need golden. I have no idea why some of my text is huge and some is not. Flowers, maybe we can make that bigger. All right, so back to this original sentence. Visitors to the garden especially enjoyed the sight of tall golden flowers. So you should be able to read back the sentence once you're done to make sure you have it in the right order. Visitors to the garden especially enjoyed the sight of tall golden flowers. So the prepositional phrases are going to go in the same place as adjectives, but instead of just making the one line for an adjective, you need to make a slanted line and then a straight line off of it. And you would put the preposition here, the object of the preposition on the straight line, and then any adjectives below that, as I do here with the and tall and golden. Okay, I'm going to do one more sentence for you. On lesson 22, let's do number 1. It says, during the week, Mandy will volunteer at the park. The main subject of that sentence is Mandy. What's she going to do? She will volunteer. So we have a helping verb and then the main verb, volunteer. Mandy will volunteer. Everything else in this sentence happens to be prepositional phrases. So we would mark off during the week and at the park. And then we would mark preposition and object of the preposition. And everything in between that is going to be adjectives. That's the basic